for Crosby-Ironton, and for the Pine River-Backus Tigers, it is Game 2. They are 0-1. This is the Station 371 pregame show. Game 1 for the girls, Nevis got the win 65-41. Now Game 2 for the boys, Crosby-Ironton and Pine River-Backus. Coach interviews coming up. No break. We're going to go right into head coach Dave Galovich of the CI Rangers to try to get both coaches in before tip-off here on Skeeter 101.5.
And welcome back to our pregame for the boys contest tonight as Dave Galovich, head coach for the CI Rangers, joins us. Coach, obviously it's very exciting getting another season underway. Thank you so much for a couple of minutes to talk about the Rangers and tonight's matchup to open up your season.
Well, you're more than welcome, Devin. Thank you for all the broadcasting work you guys do.
You're most welcome. This is game number 1 for the CI Rangers. Coming into today, the quick preliminaries, I see a roster with 6 seniors and 6 sophomores, which is kind of interesting. No juniors on the roster. Take us through. You got some great experience from a 17-win team last year. What have the first couple weeks been like to prepare for tonight's season opener?
Well, the first couple weeks have been good. I mean, it's a great group of kids to work with. They've been working hard. I think the chemistry is very good. They get along. The only negative part would be we've had some injuries, we've had some illnesses, and that's kind of plagued us throughout the first 2 weeks. Yesterday in practice was, I think, the first day we had everybody there, maybe since the first or second day of practice. So hopefully some of these injuries and illnesses that we've been experiencing are in the past.
The team that you have, the experienced guys that part helped lead the way last year to a win over Pine River-Backus and a 17-11 record. What has excited you, especially when it comes to execution on the floor? Well,
what I like is the fact that they've been working hard and they've been working well together. The team play, I think, I'm pretty impressed with. We had one scrimmage, and that was Saturday, right at the end of the first week, right after Thanksgiving. And I thought we did okay defensively. Offensively, we weren't that great, and basically that's on me because at that point we'd only practiced 4 days, and we only put so many things in offensively. And when you start implementing the offense, there's a fine line of how much you can put in and how much you got to hold back a little bit because you really don't want to overload the kids. But overall, their attitude and their approach to every practice has been great, and can't ask for anything more.
So now you come into this matchup with Pine River-Backus, a team that you're familiar with. You don't always play them every year, but it always seems like you end up meeting each other. More looking on your side of the court, Dave, what do you really focus on, and what do you want to see from the Rangers when it comes to game number 1?
Well, we want to be sound defensively, force them into contested shots. Offensively, the execution isn't going to be great, but you hope you just take care of the basketball and execute to the best of your ability. And we're going to try to work some kids in there this year where we feel we have a little more depth than years past. We've been playing with about 8 kids, and when you do that, we'll have different combinations in there. And as coaches, we'll be learning tonight because there's going to be things that we see tonight that you don't see in practice. And we're to the point where after 2+ weeks of practice, we need to play games to see where some mistakes are going to be and make those corrections down the road.
Well, it begins tonight here in Pine River. Dave, thank you so much for the time. Of course, excited to see game number 1 for the Rangers here in the 2023-24 season. We wish you the best of luck, and we'll hopefully chat with you after the game.
Thank you very much, Devin.
Dave Galovich, head coach for the Crosby-Ironton Rangers, join us as we have more on the Station 371 pregame show right after this on Skeeter 101.5 and yourliveevent.com. And welcome back to the pregame show for the boys game, Station 371 pregame show, as Jordan Ackerman, head coach of the PRB Tigers, joins us. Early season battle with Crosby-Ironton in town. Coach, thrilled to be here for this early matchup. Thanks, of course, for a couple minutes before tip-off.
That's good to be chatting hoops with you again.
Absolutely. Entering your fourth year, coming in, you are 0-1. This is your second game of the season. So let's talk about leading up to this. You started off game one on the road. It took a close loss to Monaga. Through the first couple weeks, the prep for the season in game one, what has it been like from your point of view, Jordan, on the start of the year for the PRB Tigers?
Yeah, the preparation has been a little different than it has been in the past. Kind of with some new positions opening up as far as starting roles and contributing. So trying to figure out which kids kind of deserve to get a little more court time, which kids kind of fit in what roles. Kind of how they work together and some of those team chemistry things. So I was kind of looking at that and kind of evaluating players and trying to figure out which groups I think can be competitive in what situations. And so that was a little bit different, but otherwise our preparation is pretty similar, trying to get our stuff together defensively. So we're all on the same page, which didn't necessarily look great at all times versus Monaga on Friday. So hopefully we can tighten a few of those things up. But and then we, working on our offense. Offensively, we doing a lot of the same things, but it's just getting kids in their positions where they're going to be playing and trying to get them enough reps. So kind of been focusing on that the first few weeks in practice, and then we had our game Friday, so I was able to see some of those mistakes we need to tighten up, and kind of focused on that at practice yesterday.
With some of those focal points, Jordan, and through obviously the points that you're working through, what has this group shown you that excites you about the capabilities on the season?
What excites me is I think their potential to be a tough team to play is pretty high. We're inexperienced. We don't have a lot of kids that have logged a ton of more varsity minutes. But they're really hungry to grow and get better, which has kind of stood out. And this morning we had, I think, 9 kids shooting around in the morning, working on ball handling and getting shots up. I think there's a hunger about them that is fun to coach. They have pretty good team chemistry. They like to share the ball. Really good energy. They'll be hooting and hollering during different sections of our practice and have good bench energy. And they're just inexperienced but hungry and energetic. And they wanna win. They're competitive, and so I hope that helps us out come February, March.
And with that, we do have to cut off the last minute of Coach Ackerman's interview as we're doing the starting lineups for this boys matchup. 0-0, Crosby-Ironton. Head coach Dave Galovich in his 39th year at Crosby-Ironton, 46th year overall. For the Rangers in the white jerseys, white shorts, burgundy numbers and letters, they'll start a 6'4" senior guard forward, James Stockman. A 5'9" senior guard, Jordan Mount. A 6-foot senior forward, Nathan Hashey. A 6-foot senior forward, Noah Larson. And 6'3" sophomore center, Ethan Millsop. That's 4 seniors and a sophomore for the Rangers. Stockman, Mount, Hashey, Larson, and Millsop. For the Pine River-Backus Tigers, Jordan Ackerman in his 4th year. They are 0-1 on the season after they fell 63-56 to Monaga to open up the year. For Coach Ackerman and the PRB Tigers, they'll start a junior guard, Tate Norman. A senior guard, Ethan Burns. A sophomore guard, Isaiah Ollie. A junior guard, Talon Villeneuve. And a senior guard, Andrew Buchers. So 2 seniors, the only 2 on the roster for PRB, along with 2 juniors and a sophomore, Norman, Burns, Ollie, Villeneuve, and Buchers. Thanks for joining us, Devin Kruger and Matt Thurston here with you, wrapping up the Station 371 pregame show. Restock on food, fuel, and bait, and get your hunting and fishing licenses at Station 371. Time for the First Western First Tip with First Western Bank and Trust. We're not just here for you, we are you, with locations at Cross Lake, Nisswa, and Baxter. Buchers and Stockman to tip, and the opening tip is controlled by the CI Rangers as Jordan Mount tracked it down in the backcourt.
These boys take up a lot more of the court than the girls do.
A lot of length with these 2 teams. Pine River-Backus in a 2-3 zone defensively. Stockman with a pump fake. He's going to back it up. He's going to pass to Larson. Quick 3 right side. This one rolls off to the left. Tate Norman rebounds for PRB. No stats for Pine River-Backus from last season where they were 18-9. Crosby-Ironton 17-11. CI won the meeting last year 57-42. Isaiah Ollie has it in the right side. Crosby-Ironton typically a matchup zone defense. Looks like they're starting man-to-man here to begin. Tate Norman crosses over down in the lane. Jordan Mount tipped it away. Norman double teamed into the corner. Here's Villeneuve with a 3. This one over everything but right on the weak side for the rebound. Ethan Burns with the putback. And it's 2-0 Pine River-Backus on the CRMC scoreboard.
I like that call, starting out man-to-man rather than zone, see if there's any holes right away, and see if you can't get them frustrated.
And there is a travel up top by Jordan Mount. Mount averaged just under 10 a game last year. Stockman averaged just under 16. He was the leading scorer for the Rangers last year. The Rangers have actually won 15 in a row against Pine River-Backus. The last win I saw by a forfeit in the 2015 season. Now here's Buchers splitting a double team. Flips it to Vilno. Vilna with the drive. Buchers on the blocks. Buchers pump fake. Goes up against Stockman. This one rolls off the front iron. Rebound tapped up. We have a foul on the rebound. And it's going to go against Crosby-Ironton. Foul is going to go against Noah Larson, his first. Larson averaged just under 9 a game last year. Isaiah Ollie will inbound it. Baseline left. Looking inside, nothing there. Lobs it up to Buchers under heavy duress. Tiptoeing the far sideline. Lots of contact, here's a beautiful little hook handoff, but Isaiah Ollie didn't finish. Tate Norman with the rebound and putback, and a 4-0 start for PRB in front of this very nice crowd here in Pine River.
Tate Norman took that miss personally and went and got it.
Stockman, high post, bumped and fouled by Vilno. He'll pick up his first. Crosby-Ironton will inbound down on the baseline. Nevis won the girls matchup to start the doubleheader tonight, 65-41. Inbounds goes to Millsop. Millsop, here's the tough shot inside, rolls off the left. It's going to go out of bounds, staying with CI. Millsop got some time last year as a freshman, just averaged 1 point a game and just about a rebound a game, getting the start tonight. Looking inside, nothing there. They lob it up to Stockman. High on the left wing. A little pump fake goes around Vilno into the lane, up and under. No. Tap the rebound against the front of the iron, and PRB collects it. Tate Norman back on the other end. Norman crosses over Mount. Crosby-Ironton passing things off in that matchup zone defense. Here's a cutter. It's Isaiah Ollie. Flips it out to the left side to Burns, and he goes up top. Norman puts it on the floor and then lost his footing, scramble for it, and CI comes away with the loose ball. Noah Larson on the takeaway. First turnover on PRB. We are 2.5 into the first half, 4-0 PRB. Radio coverage for the Tigers, also brought to you by Plumbing, etc., and Trustworthy Components. And now a takeaway. Tate Norman with a steal on a nice trap underneath.
Just a lanky kid. He's really does well underneath that hoop.
Andrew Buchers up, under, fouled. He'll go to the free throw line. PRB very attacking style on both ends of the floor. The foul will go against Nathan Hashey, his first. Andrew Buchers heading to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, and a whole different officiating crew here, so you couldn't even look at the girls' game and say.
It's the same crew.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh.
Sorry, didn't mean to, just wanted to point it out. Same crew. But the boys typically do play a little more physical.
That I like.
1 down, 2 down for Andrew Buchers, and a 6-0 start for PRB. They will drop back into the half-court defense. 2-3 zone, extending it out to the perimeter. Hashey, right side, deep on the wing, dribbles towards the corner, and then Vilno nearly got him to dribble it off his foot into Millsop, and Millsop lost the handle, and that is turnover number 3 on the CI Rangers as we have our first sub in. Jonathan Sjogren, a sophomore, will check in for the PRB Tigers, and he will replace Ethan Burns. CI with a 1-2-2 full court press. Isaiah Ollie and Tate Norman, 2 very tall, long-armed guys, and they just get it past, but it's tipped and stolen. Stockman on the tip, and Stockman on the near side dribbles into the corner. Crosby-Ironton to our left. Here's Noah Larson. He'll take the 10-footer, and that one is off the front of the iron. Rebound pulled down by Sjogren. PRB up 6-0. Here's Ollie. Fakes the 3. Norman, open 3, right side wing, too strong, and the rebound right into the hands of Noah Larson. Crosby-Ironton quickly back the other way. Quick trigger 3. Stockman, right side wing. That one off the front iron. Tate Norman rebounds. Pass to the near side. Jordan Mount just about a beautiful play on the near side. But he had a toe on the line. PRB retains possession.
Missing 3s on both sides, and those are the points that you're going to want.
Coach Dave Galovich going to send in a couple of subs. As coming in for the first time, we're going to see Jeremy Henson. Henson, a 6'2 sophomore. And then also checking in Joe Ringhand, a 5'10 senior guard. Missed most of the first 2 weeks of practice, I was told, with a broken toe, but he's back, and Coach Galovich said he looked good in practice yesterday. Very good cross-country runner for CI. Vilno inside to Buchers, kicks it out. Ollie sets, fires the three in the corner, and hits. Good kick out by Buchers, and a 9-0 start. Coach Dave Galovich going to call timeout as the PRB crowd loves it. 4 minutes gone here in the first half. On the CRMC scoreboard, it's Pine River-Backus 9, Crosby-Ironton nothing. We are back after this on Skeeter 101.5 and yourliveevent.com.
Celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time. Serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC. Online at schruppexcavating.com.
Your go-to for everything energy.
4 minutes gone here in the first half. On the CRMC scoreboard, 9-0. Pine River-Backus off to a big run to start. Crosby-Ironton trying to find the offense. They get it to Stockman. High post, quick turn, left it short again. Buchers rebounds. I have PRB with an 8-2 edge on the glass. Crosby-Ironton 2-3 matchup zone. Vilno, Ollie, left side, way downtown. This one off to the right. And we're going to get a foul on the rebound. They're going to get Ringhand for clearing out Tate Norman. Going underneath. When somebody leaves their feet, you have to be careful at how much contact. It's a dangerous situation. They're going to get Ringhand on the rebounding foul. And PRB will get a second chance here as they bring in for the first time sophomore center Mason Nelson. No heights, but Nelson looks like he's about 6'4". He gets the ball, he turns, hook shot is short, and Stockman rebounds. Stockman across the timeline. Both teams in a 2-3 defensive zone. Pine River-Backus is really extending it out to the perimeter. Noah Larson near the half-court stripe. He gives it off to Mount. Rangers still looking for their first points. Stockman at the free throw line, a pump fake, a drive, goes up against Buchers, lays it off the window and in.
Adjusting a shot in midair, has to bounce that one off, but it drops for two.
9-2, Pine River-Backus in front. Here's Buchers in some traffic, one dribble, picks it up, gives it back to Norman. Norman back to Ollie, top of the key. Ollie spins, got it taken away by Jordan Mount. Mount on the steal, back on the other end, up and under, cannot connect, and then a foul on the rebound against Noah Larson. That will be number 2 on the senior Larson already.
Vilno played great defense on that, didn't give up the first points. Stayed very defensively tight and was able to make Crosby-Ironton have to adjust their shots.
Millsap in, Larson out. CI with that 1-2-2 full court. Buchers and Norman trying to keep the spacing. High, long passes. Norman, triple team. Ollie, 15-footer, right side, short, and the rebound pulled down by Ethan Millsap. He'll give it off to Mount. Excuse me, Stockman ahead to Mount. Back to Stockman, top of the key. Triple team for a half a second. Calling for it down low was Millsap. Nobody saw him. Here's the pass to Stockman. Gets by Nelson, the floater in the lane. Perfect.
Stockman is very competitive there underneath the hoop. That's the second time he's able to outmuscle his guy.
Here's Norman. Norman got tied up. Norman down to the floor. Somehow got it to Ollie. Ollie looking for Nelson right underneath. Nelson with the finish.
Nelson just gets the ball, puts it up against the line on the back of the backboard, and drops for two.
Just over 6 gone first half on the CRMC scoreboard. It's 11-4 PRB. Stockman to the corner. And there's a shot. That one I think was partially tipped by Norman. Nope, but I thought that might have been tipped by Norman. They're going to say no. That was just a flat-out air ball by Henson. And the rebound out of bounds to Pine River-Backus. PRB 0-1 coming into tonight. CI, it's the season opener. Pine River-Backus trying to snap a long skid. These two teams haven't always played every year, as there's a deflected pass by Millsap and a steal for Crosby-Ironton. Stockman quickly down the other side. Now he's going to back it out to the perimeter. Looking over, Looking for Henson crossing the lane. Doesn't get the pass. Jordan Mount left side on the wing. They go to the right side. Here's a drive. Here's a dump and under from Ringhand. That one is off the mark left. And Aldi on the rebound.
Crosby-Ironton being on the road for their first game still have quite a few members in the crowd.
Here's Aldi for another long shot. That one off the mark. Rebound was tapped, almost went in off the hand of Henson. And that's going to be slapped out of bounds. Last touch by Crosby-Ironton as more subs come in. Vilno back in for PRB. And for the first time, we see Jackson Skull, a 6'3 senior for the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. Aldi inbounds, high lob to Buchers with Jordan Mount right in his back pocket. Buchers trying to drive in the lane, double pump, no, got his own tip, put it back up and in.
Way to keep your eyes up, stay with the play, gets himself a couple points.
13-4, Pine River-Backus in front. Henson down on the other end. Inside, nice cut here. Stockman, count the bucket and a foul. Great back feed by Jackson Skull on the assist. Stockman with all 6 for the Rangers, and he's going to try to make it 7 as they get the foul on Tate Norman. That'll be his first, team's second on PRB.
And all 6 from underneath the hoop there, too. He's really established that as his zone.
First free throw of the night for CI is good. 13-7. Pine River-Backus leading James Stockman. 10:42 to go. CI looking for the trap near side. Almost had Aldi on the line. Aldi now in the trap, and he's going to try to bounce it out. Tremendous save by Ringhand. Ringhand saved it as it was bounced off his thigh. Here's a drive on the other side. Skull with a little reverse layup. That one is denied. And on the rebound, Henson and Skull collide, and they lose the ball to PRB. Tate Norman lost his balance. Ollie driving. The back little fadeaway is off the mark short, and they get a foul on Jordan Mount. Boy, things are getting wild here. Very fast-paced. And going to the line is Isaiah Ollie.
I mean, it was a foul, but I like the play. You know, stay aggressive, stay with it.
10:15 on the clock here in the first half. Devin Kruger, Matt Thurston with you. First free throw for Ollie, in and out. Big thanks to all of our sponsors, radio and yourliveevent.com for the coverage tonight. In the midst of the transition, I never did send the score update of our final for the girls to our other crew members out tonight. Ollie hits the second free throw. It's 14-7, and in for the first time, we see Grady Mungan.
Stockman and Mount will bring it up.
Here's a drive, and there's a loss. The Rangers lose the handle, scrambling for it. Skull does a nice job keeping it alive, zips it out to Henson.
Oh.
Henson, and they get it to Stockman. Stockman thought he wanted a foul. They're going to say it's an over and back and another turnover.
He might have been bumped, but I think that was just in the play. So a little break for Pine River-Backus Tigers as they're able to inbound it quick.
PRB on the inbounds, and they lose it. Turnover, both teams with 5 now in the first half. Stockman to Mount. Mount driving baseline, flips it at the last moment to Jackson Skull. A nifty pass by Jordan Mount. Skull with the finish. And it's 14-9, a 9-0 run to start for PRB, trimmed to 5.
Skull crashing the basket and getting himself to making his presence known.
And now Mungan double teamed, and somehow Grady Mungan, he did a great job, did not get flustered, found Andrew Buchers wide open, cutting down the middle of the lane. Buchers has 6. It's 16-9. Pine River-Backus on the CRMC scoreboard, dedicated to you every day.
That's the danger of the double team, is you're going to leave somebody open.
Ringhand, open 3, left side. That one air-mailed, and a great job blocking out underneath. Jonathan Sjogren denying CI a chance to rebound that one. It's out of bounds to Pine River-Backus. Ollie back in. We've got Larson checking back in. And now we're going to get a timeout for Pine River-Backus. 9:05 to go, almost the halfway point of half number 1 in this boys basketball matchup. It's Pine River-Backus leading on the CRMC scoreboard 16-9 as we're back after this on yourliveevent.com and Skeeter 101.5.
At locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
One day, bro. One day.
Oh, you got it. 9:05 to go first half. Devin Kruger, Matt Thurston with you. Good crowd here for boys hoops on this Tuesday night. I want to give a congratulations to PRB's Chance Abraham, member of the Pequot Lakes Pine River-Backus Road Crew wrestling team. This past weekend at the tournament in Wadena, eclipsed 100 career wins.
And especially in wrestling, that is a hard sport. I wrestled in high school.
That's a feat. Here out of the timeout, Crosby-Ironton gets a steal. Noah Larson, his second, trying to convert. Inside, it's Stockman. He misses, and the rebound is going to be lost back to Crosby-Ironton. Another PRB turnover. That's their sixth. Here's Jordan Mount driving baseline, leaves it for Noah Larson, who finishes inside. Another nice assist for Jordan Mount. 16-11. Pine River-Backus in front. Similar records last year, 17-11 Crosby-Ironton, 18-9 PRB. Andrew Buchers kicks it out, a little pump fake from Sjogren. Shot clock at 17. Sjogren, little pitch and catch, now to Vilno. Vilno left side, down on the wing, shot clock at 10. Ollie launches a deep three from way beyond the arc with the shot clock's only at 10. It's well short of the mark, and CI rebounds. Stockman gonna step up, left alone, three on the way. This one, no. Larson, offensive rebound, blocked by Buchers. Buchers
Hail Mary.
it. Ollie with the pump fake, defenders fly by. He cannot convert, and Noah Larson is going to get called for a foul. Larson's gonna commit number 3. Battling for the rebound, he kind of gave a little one-handed shove to Vilno. I don't know how Larson thought he was going to get away with that. He just simply wasn't. He gets called for the foul after the rebound. Nelson's going to come in for PRB to replace Mongan. Larson's going to have to sit with 3 fouls as Hashi checks back in. 16-11 PRB.
Usually it's PRB that at this point is ahead in fouls.
Here's Ollie, corner 3, in and out. And the rebound to Buchers. Buchers went for the power dribble, lost the handle, tries to save it near side, and it's going to be tipped up, and finally PRB collects it after it was just batted around like a volleyball. Buchers in the lane, up, under, no, and a foul going to be called on Ethan Millsop. That'll be team foul number 7 for Crosby-Ironton compared to just 2 on Pine River-Backus.
I like that driving effort from Andrew Buchers. Senior, you know, he's been in this game for a while, understood that if he shot, he was going to get fouled, and just made it happen.
Buchers 2 for 2 on his first trip to the free throw line. His second trip starts with a swish. Tate Norman returns for PRB. He replaces Sjogren. Each team has taken 1 timeout here in the first half. 7:33 on the clock, 17-11. Buchers is going to try to push the lead back to 8. Can't do it off the back iron. Rebound is going to be tapped out of bounds. They're going to say last touch. Coach Galovich and the CI bench can't believe it. James Stockman had the rebound. Mason Nelson kind of reached from behind, and, well, they're not going to check with the other officials. They're going to award the offensive rebound to Pine River-Backus. Isaiah Ollie to inbound it. Baseline right, tosses it up to Norman. Right back to Ollie. Crossover, Vilno, wide open, 3 on the way. Back iron, no, and the rebound to Hashi. CI likes to run. Stockman, right side. Stockman to Skull. Millsop looking for the cutter. Back up top, they go to Skull. Reversing around. Hashi at the top of the key, down inside. Stockman, reverse side layup, rejected by Buchers. 17-11, PRB with the basketball on the CRMC scoreboard.
Yeah, Crosby-Ironton's got 11 points, and half of those are from Stockman.
Here's Mason Nelson, the big man from the corner, hits the 3.
Sports presentation on Earth.
Mason Nelson from downtown, 20-11, Pine River-Backus. Millsop underneath, lost the handle, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Crosby-Ironton.
Both Ollie and Mason have hit that 3 in that corner, so maybe that's a hot spot for them. Right? See if we can't get the ball passed out back that way more often.
Henson back in for Crosby-Ironton. Trying to continue the trap. Jordan Mount has the cotton swab up his nose. He must have got popped in the head, and now a pass into the corner from Nathan Nelson was deflected by Millsop. You got Villeneuve, Norman, Buchers, Ollie, and Nelson, the 5 on the floor for Pine River-Backus. 6:34 to go first half.
Trying to find Millsap in that corner.
Here's
Ollie.
Ollie for 3 in the corner. That one off the mark. Villeneuve almost got the offensive rebound. Jordan Mount just able to corral it for CI. Rangers on the attack. Henson on the drive. Zips it to Millsap on the baseline. Millsap to Stockman on the blocks. Kicks it out. Henson wants 3. Right side wing. Just a tad short. Rebound out of bounds. Last touched by Crosby-Ironton.
With as many threes that aren't dropping, we've got to be thankful that it's just the beginning of the season.
I have PRB with a 21-10 advantage in rebounding here in the first half. Just about 6 minutes to go, and that pass through about 4 guys. Finally, Tate Norman collects it. Mason Nelson trying to find Buchers. It's intercepted by Stockman. Turnover number 7 on PRB. Open 3, top of the key, Jordan Mount. This one off to the left. Mason Nelson collects the rebound for Pine River-Backus. He outlets to Tate Norman. CI drops back. CI without a 3-ball. Yeah, here's Buchers. Beautiful cut on the baseline, but his reverse layup is left short. Rebound by Stockman. Stockman back on the other end to the near side to Henson. Back to Stockman, free throw line. Underneath, it's Millsap, and Millsap hits the short little jumper. First bucket for the sophomore Millsap.
Millsap's been biding his time and just got open there as nobody was paying attention to him.
Buchers into the corner. Villeneuve, he likes the 3 from there. This one just a bit long. Rebound, Norman. They're going to get a foul on Millsap. That'll be his second as Norman got inside position. Team foul number 8 on CI.
Both teams staying very competitive underneath the ring for the rebounds. I love it.
1-1 for Tate Norman. Pine River-Backus 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Crosby-Ironton 1 for 1. Joe Ringhand going to come in and replace Nathan Hashey. Nevis girls got the win in game 1 of our double dip tonight. Now boys and the front end of the 1-1 for Norman rolls to the left. Crosby-Ironton rebounds. 20-13 PRB on the CRMC scoreboard. Closing in on 5 minutes to go here, half number 1. Here's a pass stolen away by Norman. Read it well. Norman in the lane, fouled by Jordan Mount. That'll be number 2 on Mount. Norman right back to the free throw line. Coach Galovich calling James Stockman over, going to explain some things to him.
Those fouls there, that's a 50-50 because you send the guy to the line, he could miss 1 and get 1, or he could miss 2, and unfortunately he could get 2. But, yeah, make him work for each points.
Tate Norman at the free throw line. Missed his first attempt. Second one in and out as well. Pine River-Backus started with a 9-0 run. Trying to beat Crosby-Ironton for the first time since 2005. The last time PRB won a game. And according to Minnesota Scores, it was a forfeit. Don't have the story behind it, but that's what I have.
Interesting. I bet you dive deep for that nugget.
I did. Worked hard on that.
I love it.
21-13, Pine River-Backus in front. Henson has it. Stockman at the high post. Stockman takes a dribble. Now a jump pass, and it was deflected by Villeneuve, picked up by Norman. Norman across the timeline, lost his footing, and CI gets it back. I don't think Norman ever had possession, and Henson gets the layup with the assist to Ringhand. First bucket for Henson, 21-15, Pine River-Backus.
Loose ball drills are important.
They've led as many as 9. CI has had it within 5. Here's a drive. Tate Norman gets it all the way to the rack and scores.
I think that was, I'm just going to do this one because I want one.
Jordan Mount, Stockman, free throw line, lost it. Crosby-Ironton's 9th first half turnover. Tate Norman with his 3rd steal. To the corner, Villeneuve, quick fake. Right back to Norman, looking inside, trying to go to Buchers. Millsap tapped it out and is taken away. That's turnover number 8 on PRB. Stockman into the front court. Henson, right side, wants 3. This one too strong. Offensive rebound, Jordan Mount. Wraps it around to Millsop. Millsop in traffic, puts it up, too strong, and the rebound to Buchers. 3:40 to go, first half. 23-15, Pine River-Backus leading on the CRMC scoreboard. Here's a drive by Norman, got it, pickpocketed, Jordan Mount, and Mount, a complete free breakaway for the score.
Good job, Mount. I mean, the last few plays, he's been really working at that, and finally is rewarded with one.
23-17, lead back down to 6. See if PRB has the answer. Norman trying to avoid the double team, somehow got it past, and now the pass tipped away. Buchers wanted the foul. It's tipped loose, far side. Vilno and Henson battling it, and I think they're going to get Henson for the foul, as CI was so close to a turnover. Instead, it turns into more free throws for Pine River-Backus.
Henson, even in his frustration, helps up his counterpart and walks to the line. Good sportsmanship from both teams.
Talon Vilno, the junior guard, looking for his first points tonight. He's got 2. It is double bonus for PRB with 3:11 to go. First one too strong. Sjogren back in for Pine River-Backus. Skull back in for CI.
So now fouls are worth 2 shots?
Yep.
All right.
10 or more, double bonus.
Takes me a moment, but I learn.
You're learning. It's all good. PRB to our right here in half number 1. Second free throw. That one in and out. And we're going to get a foul on the rebound against Andrew Buchers, and the mock applause from the CI fans, as that is only the 3rd foul called in the first half on Pine River-Backus.
Yeah, they've done really well to stay out of foul trouble and attack, but a lot of it has been loose balls too. So
Jordan Mount will bring it up. Pine River-Backus has switched up their zones. They've gone to a 1-3-1. They've got Buchers at the top of it, Sjogren down at the bottom. There's a ton of length on the zone. Here's a trap. Stockman jump pass over to Ringhand. Ringhand steps up, puts up the long 3. That one just over Sjogren, high off the rim. Rebound tapped out, and Ringhand has it. Ringhand is blocked on the way to the basket, and a foul called on Pine River-Backus, and that might be another one on Buchers, and it is. That's his second back-to-back fouls on the Tigers senior. Joe Ringhand at the line.
Ringhand smart enough to keep his eyes up.
And the first free throw too strong. Ringhand 9.5 points per contest last year. Again, the CI roster, 12 players, 6 seniors, 6 sophomores, as Ringhand, one of the seniors, drops the second free throw in. The lead is back down to 5, 23-18, 2:45 to go. Buchers across the timeline. Looks like CI is going full court man-to-man, something we don't see a whole lot of from Coach Galovich. Vilno, and he drops it into Norman. Norman in the lane, in traffic, no on the shot, and Jackson Skull, a nice rebound for CI, underhands it out to Stockman. Here come the Rangers, left side corner, Ringhand, pump fakes, goes up for 3, got it! He rattled it in finally, and the Rangers get their first triple. It's a 2-point game. And down the other end, Isaiah Ollie lost the handle, and Pine River-Backus turns it over.
21-23 here with 2 minutes left. This is quickly became a game.
With 2:10 to go, and Andrew Buchers did a great job after a turnover, coming to tell the sophomore Ollie, hey, just settle down. And now there's a beautiful feed inside. Skull to Stockman. Stockman can't complete the play, gets his own rebound, and CI resets up top. Here's Mount, high post Stockman, turns, Henson, right side, wing for the 3. This one around and out. Rebound tapped, collected by Ringhand. Another chance for the Rangers. It's Stockman, pull up, free throw line, back iron, no. Rebound, Skull, we're tied at 23. Multiple chances, and Jackson Skull ties it up. It's an 8-0 run for Crosby-Ironton.
Crosby-Ironton is just doing a step better with resetting their play, and it's brought them into this game.
Errant pass picked off by Jordan Mount. Mount to Henson. Henson one-hands it. Beautiful pass. Ringhand for the lead. Count it.
Oh.
Henson the assist. It's a 10. Make that an 11-0 Rangers run. 26-23 CI on the CRMC scoreboard. 1:05 to play in the first half.
Between Henson and Larson, that spot's got to drop at some point.
Here's Buchers with a beautiful drive and finish on the other end to stop the run. 26-25 in this fast-paced affair. Stockman in the lane. The kick out to Mount. Corner to Henson. Henson with the drive. The pull-up from 6, and he hits. 4 points for Henson off the bench. 44 seconds ago in the first half. CI can play kind of a 2-for-1 there. got the bucket, and PRB has to get a shot off. Shot clock at 24. Bucher is looking to take Jackson's skull.
Shot
PRB,
clock.
and there's a steal. Ringhand came across on the double team. The steal, the drive, the shot. Ringhand scores. And what do we have? We're going to get a foul on Pine River-Backus as Sjogren tried to take the charge, but he was inside the restricted arc. That is automatically a block. The bucket is good for Ringhand and won the foul on Sjogren. And what a turn of events here after Pine River-Backus led most of this first half.
Just a mental mistake right there underneath, just not being court conscious of where you're at. He was just involved in the play.
Ringhand completes the three-point play, and suddenly Ringhand off the bench is in double figures. 31-25 as Millsop returns for CI. Shot clock is off, 23 seconds in the first half.
That's all I was going to say. Shot clock's not going to be a factor here at the end.
And now Pine River-Backus on the inbounds throws it away on the far side. Crosby-Ironton with a big run to end the half, a chance for more. We'll see if they hold it for one. And they will. Stockman watches the clock. It's at 18. Isaiah Ollie coming to guard. Match up in the 2-3 zone. There's a crossover. 13. Stockman to Ringhand. Back to Stockman with 10. CI with a 6-point lead after PRB started up 9-0. Clock's at 5. Henson, Mount, pulling up with 1 for 3. It's around and out. And we go to the half. Very entertaining, to say the least. Crosby-Ironton on the CRMC scoreboard with the lead at break time. It's 31-25. The Rangers in front of the Tigers. We'll recap the first half after this on Skeeter 101.5 and yourliveevent.com.
Watch the yourliveevent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the yourliveevent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on yourliveevent.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise, including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Boys basketball, Pillager at Pequot Lakes tonight. That one is a close one on Cash 95.9. Pequot Lakes leading 33-25. Also boys basketball tonight, Duluth Marshall at Aiken. Here in this first half, 31-25 Crosby-Ironton, and a bit of a wild one. Pine River-Backus started off strong. A 9-0 lead out of the gate for the Tigers playing in game 2 of the season. They are 0-1. It's the opener for Crosby-Ironton. And they kind of maintained that distance about halfway through. It was 16-9 PRB. And then Pine River-Backus got the lead back up to 9 at 20-11. It changed when Pine River-Backus got a bucket to go up 23-15. Crosby-Ironton got a little bit tighter on defense, got their hands in some passing lanes, got the offense finally flowing with some shots to drop, and CI ends the first half on a 16-2 run to take a 6-point lead into the break, 31-25.
James Stokeman, he carried that team in the first few minutes. I mean, he scored the first 6 points.
He had the first 7.
Yeah, he had the first 7. I mean, he had to really carry the team till they warmed up. But when they warmed up, they got it going. Pine River-Backus just got started a little later than Crosby-Ironton, so they find themselves just a couple points behind. But either way, good contest, good competition underneath the hoop. I love it.
And it's one of those where definitely early in the season, definitely some mistakes, definitely some communication errors. You know, the shooting isn't super crisp, but we saw a couple of threes in the corner early on from, not really early on, but a couple threes in the corner from Pine River-Backus. Joe Ringhand, probably going to be a starter, maybe off and on, but coming off a broken toe, he hit a couple of huge threes in that run for Crosby-Ironton, all leading to where we stand here at the half on the CRMC scoreboard, 31-25. Doing the numbers in the first half, turnovers, I have Pine River-Backus for 13, Crosby-Ironton with 9. Rebounding pretty close. It's 24-18 in favor of Pine River-Backus overall. 9-8 on the offensive rebounds for PRB. PRB had a lot bigger margin early on when Crosby-Ironton was struggling from the floor. So again, that gap kind of closed as the half went on. Free throws is certainly a difference. Crosby-Ironton 3 for 4. Pine River-Backus just 5 of 11 in the first half from the charity stripe. Individually for PRB, Andrew Buchers, the senior, leading the way. He's got 9, 5 points, 3 steals for Tate Norman, 5 points off the bench for Mason Nelson, 4 points, 2 assists for Isaiah Awley, and 2 points for Ethan Burns. For Crosby-Ironton, Joe Ringhand leading the charge off the bench. He's got 10 with his couple of threes, has a couple of steals. James Stockman scored the first 7. He ended the first half with 7. He had a couple of steals as well for the Rangers. 4 points for Jeremy Henson off the bench, 4 points for Jackson Skull off the bench, 2 points, 3 assists, 3 steals for Jordan Mount, 2 points to 2 steals for Noah Larson, who got foul trouble. He got saddled with 3 in the first half, and then 2 points for Ethan Millsop. 31-25, Crosby-Ironton with the halftime lead. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for half number 2 with the Rangers leading the Tigers by 6. Game 1 tonight, Nevis beat the PRB girls 65-41. You're listening and watching PRB and Crosby-Ironton on Skeeter 101.5, RJBroadcasting.com, and YourLiveEvent.com.
When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise, including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
You need to stop. Those who fail to do so will be reported to the correct law enforcement agency.
We are back getting you set for the second half. So they had the little kids play. Now they're going to put 3 more minutes on. So it does give us a chance just to look at the upcoming schedule. Tomorrow, we've got Golden Gopher men's basketball taking on Nebraska, 7:30 on Cash 95.9. If you love Christmas music, it's a Cash Country Christmas, 24-hour Christmas music on Cash 95.9 and online at rjbroadcasting.com. Don't forget, sports fans, we have the final whistle every weekday, 4 to 5 o'clock, our local sports talk show, 4 to 5 with coach interviews and all. And that is 4 to 5 o'clock every weekday on 3WI AM 1270, FM 96.3. Crosby-Ironton girls basketball at home against Esco on Thursday, scheduled for 6:55 right here on Skeeter 101.5. After tonight's game, both these teams will have a couple of days at least of practice. CI game number 2 Friday at Chisholm. For Pine River-Backus, they are off all the way till Monday when they go to Long Prairie Gray Eagle. Again, PRB 0-1 coming in. Crosby-Ironton game 1 of the season. The CI Rangers have a 31-25 lead. Pine River-Backus will start with the basketball. When we come back, it's half number 2 for boys hoops tonight on Skeeter 101.5 and yourliveevent.com.
Is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at schruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
We are back with you at Pine River-Backus Schools. Devin Kruger, Matt Thurston here with you. Plenty of excitement in the first half. These two teams loving to run, loving to pressure defensively. I don't expect much to change in the second half. It's just going to be kind of who can take care of the ball and who can get the shots to drop, which is quite simply the game of basketball.
Exactly. I mean, the smart money is to stay with the game plan, and both teams should do that and keep it competitive.
Tigers will come out with their starting 5 of Norman, Burns, Aldi, Vilno, and Buchers. Crosby-Ironton will counter with a slight change as they will have Stockman. They'll have Ringhand along with Mount, Larson, and Millsop. Pine River-Backus gets the ball. They'll go to our left here in the second half. Crosby-Ironton ended the first half on a 16-2 run, leading by 6 at the break. CI is going to stay with the man-to-man. Here's a drive by Burns, got it tipped away, scoops it to the right side corner to Tate Norman. PRB in the black jerseys, CI in the whites tonight, and Buchers as a pass in front, and Pine River-Backus turns it over on their opening possession here in the second half.
Not the classic start you want, but start nonetheless.
Well, Coach Ackerman talked about being prepared for that 2-3 matchup zone. CI changing it up, and that man-to-man putting a lot of pressure on the PRB ball handlers. Now a pass into Stockman. That one tipped away. Pine River-Backus, here comes Tate Norman, throws it down, and they're going to get an offensive foul on Norman before the flush. Norman was trying to get a little space. He was going for the hammer throwdown, and they called him for extending the forearm and an offensive foul, much to the disbelief of Tate Norman. And it stays 31-25 in favor of the CI Rangers.
Crosby caught a break right there with that call.
Here's a bounce pass over to Ringhand. Ringhand to Mount. PRB extending their zone to Stockman. Free throw line. Puts it on the floor. He gets collapsed on very quickly. Has to know and keeps his calm. Crosby-Ironton resets. Mount to the right side to Ringhand. 10 points off the bench in the first half. Millsop baseline. This little floater is off the mark. And the rebound wrestled away by Norman. First minute gone, half number 2.
The way Stockman was dangerous in the first half, and here it's good to collapse on him.
Here's Buchers, misses on the first attempt, gets the second one in as Stockman fell down. 11 points for Buchers, first Tiger to reach double digits. Here's Stockman again, quick kick out to Ringhand, right side, deep on the wing, he hits. Joe Ringhand, his third triple of the night, 34-27.
Ringhand and Talon Villanova sharing a quick joke with each other after that shot.
Vilno travels on the other end. He's going to come out. Sjogren will check back in for Pine River-Backus. 34-27. CI inbounds right in front of the PRB bench. Stockman will walk it across the half-court stripe. Crosses over. Stockman in the lane. Goes up. The floater. Back iron. No. Rebound tapped out. Burns goes around his back to collect the rebound.
Good ball handling skills there.
Isaiah Awley, the sophomore, running the point. Fakes the handoff. Tries to get it to Norman. And Noah Larson is there for his third steal. Larson can be very, very pesky on defense, as shown there. On the other end, dumps it down. Millsop, quick turnaround. This time he's got it, assisted by Larson.
Crosby-Ironton starting to put together plays and get that moved around the horn.
9-point lead for CI. Norman almost lost the handle. Burns has it. Isaiah Awley sitting in that corner, but that pass is a long pass and plenty of time for Mount to recover defensively. Awley at the free throw line. Drops it back to Burns. Burns back to Awley as the Tigers. And now we're going to get another offensive foul. They're going to get Ethan Burns for a moving screen and another PRB turnover here early in the second half.
You got to be quick when you're going to set that screen or you're going to get called every time like that.
Crosby-Ironton extending that run they ended in the first half. Here's Millsop underneath going up against Buchers. Tough shot, no. Larson crashing the boards, gets the foul on the rebound, and I think that's going to be number 3 on Andrew Buchers. Buchers asking for a little explanation. Larson kind of weaved his way around, and Buchers saying, hey, I'm standing there with my arms up. What am I supposed to do? He has a point, but Larson came in, and Larson kind of gets rewarded for the hustle as the first free throw is in and out. And Andrew Buchers with 3 fouls now as Mason Nelson comes in for Ethan Burns in the PRB lineup. Tigers started tonight on a 9-0 run. Led all the way till about the last 4.5, 5 minutes. CI went on a big run to end the half. Larson knocks down the second free throw. And now CI with a 10-point lead, biggest lead we've seen tonight. Tate Norman picks up the dribble. Stockman and Larson hounding the PRB ball handlers, and now Stockman going to get called for a bump on Andrew Buchers. That will be number 1 on James Stockman tonight.
I've noticed that Crosby does the full court press right after the free throws, so that's an adjustment that Pine River-Backus has got to make.
Norman over to Sjogren, looking for Buchers. Buchers with 11, trying to face up Stockman, going up against him. A little pump, he traveled. Tried to make that move with a little pump fake and slid that pivot foot. Pine River-Backus 5 turnovers this half. They've only scored 2 points, and CI pulling away, looking for their 16th straight victory over the Tigers. PRB is going to have to find that offense. Joseph Ringhand around a screen. Gets picked up by Awley into Larson on the wing. Stockman in the lane. Double team. Tried to kick it to Larson, and Larson just able to save it. Shot clock at 13. Millsop. Nice dump inside. Stockman cannot finish it, and Andrew Buchers secures the rebound for Pine River-Backus, and then has it swatted away by Stockman. A 16-2 run to end the first half, extending into the second half. It's a 22-4 run for the Crosby-Ironton Rangers. Buchers across the half-court stripe, hands off to Norman. Norman crosses over Larson in the lane, the floater, and he got it. Tate Norman with 7 and a nice bucket there for the PRB Tigers. Jordan Mount back the other way. 4 minutes gone by, second half CRMC scoreboard. 37-29, Crosby-Ironton. Inside, Stockman double pump to Larson. Larson with the finish. Stockman with a beautiful hesitation pass. Larson with 5. 39-29 CI. And now we have a foul on the other end as Norman trying to push the issue. And if that's Larson, and it is, that is his 4th. With 13:38 to go in the second half. CI coach is a little late getting the sub in, so Larson is on the floor with 4. Sjogren over to Ollie, looking to hand it off to Norman. Norman then backtracked. Ollie puts it on the deck, got it taken away. Ringhand with the steal. His 3rd. Up ahead to Stockman. Cut off nicely by Ollie. Gives it off to Larson. Back to Stockman. Good closeout by Buchers. Stockman now around the Larson screen. Pulls it up for the 3. It's off the mark. Rebound tapped out. Millsop with the pump fake, and he's fouled. Nope, he's going to get a travel instead. A travel on CI after the offensive rebound. Mongan back in for Pine River-Backus. Skull and Hashi return for the Rangers.
We really need, I say we, like I'm from Pine River-Backus now. The boys really need to start getting, that's not a back and forth? Interesting.
Nope. I think part of it is that maybe they said he didn't have control. I don't know about that one. That one was close. Here's Mongan with a drive. He flips it to Nelson. Nelson lobs it down to Norman. Norman against a much smaller Hashi. Kicks it out to Mongan. Nelson, top of the key, drops it down to Buchers. Shot clock at 15. Buchers turns, goes up. Reverse layup, left it short. Ring hand rebounds. CI is looking to run. Lobs it to Mount. Into the corner. Quick trigger 3 for Hashi. Well short of the mark. Stockman on the rebound. Second chance Rangers. Stockman against Nelson. Puts it up and in. 41-29 and a timeout for Jordan Ackerman. I'm going to give the smart money play of the game right here, sponsored by Seth Jackson, Edward Jones. Be smart with your money by contacting financial advisor Seth Jackson, Edward Jones and Crosby, 218-546-5302. On the CRMC scoreboard, 41-29 CI, and I think that smart money was switching to the man-to-man defense for the CI Rangers because it has made a huge difference in this run that they've been on and the pressure it's put on the ball handlers for Pine River-Backus.
Yeah, I think Coach Galvich saw that 5 for 11 stat that you were talking about at the free throw and said, hey, listen, if we can stay man-to-man, and if we have to, we'll put them up at the free throw line and just play the percentage game. And it has been smart money, and smart money is good money.
You look at this run that Crosby-Ironton has been on, it was 23-15. I didn't mark the time left in the first half, but after Pine River-Backus scored to make that 23-15, it has been a 26-6 run by the CI Rangers, and it's really been keyed by that defense.
Yeah, that's 6 points. That's what shoots you in the foot there, because you're losing out on loose balls, you're losing out on turnovers, you're losing out at the free throw line. Something's got to spark this team. But Crosby-Ironton, not for nothing, have been doing just awesome and phenomenal on the court.
41-29, Rangers have the lead. Pine River-Backus has 3 timeouts remaining. Crosby-Ironton has 4. Possession arrow right now favors Crosby-Ironton. Fouls, 3 on the Rangers, 3 on the Tigers, 2 on the Rangers here in the second half. Buchers, Norman setting the screen, trying to pick and roll, defended very well by the Rangers. Now a pass through the hands of Mongan over to Vilno. Sjogren, Mongan, Buchers, and Norman, the 5 on the floor for PRB. Going against that CI man-to-man, and there's a takeaway. Jackson Skull reached in and just straight stole it from Vilno. Here is Jordan Mount, and he's going to be bumped and fouled by Grady Mongan. So another PRB turnover coming out of the timeout, and then a foul. Crosby-Ironton inbounds on the far sideline.
Yeah, you're just not helping yourself or the ship out, you know what I mean? You got to be able to bail water.
Mount to Hashi, open left wing 3. That one no, and the rebound out of bounds. Last touch by Ringhand. Pine River-Backus basketball.
Joseph Ringhand vying that it goes the other way.
They always plead their case.
Right.
It's just how it works. Andrew Buchers crosses the timeline, being closely watched by Stockman. To the free throw line, spins, flips it out to Norman. Norman up top to Sjogren. Looking for a cutting Mongan, not there, gives it to Vilno. Pine River-Backus running just a motion offense, screening around the perimeter. CI switching things up. Good passing across. Here's Buchers, pull up high post. That one short. CI, good rebound. Actually, two Rangers almost had simultaneous possession, which is a travel. They let it go just in time, and on the other end, there's a shot up and good. Jackson Skull on the lead pass by James Stockman. Skull with 6 off the bench, 43-29. The lead 14 for the visiting CI Rangers. Pine River-Backus, and a backdoor cut, and nobody home as Sjogren zips a pass out of bounds.
Yeah, he's open because he's on the bench. Bad pass for Sjogren.
Ollie will come in. He's going to give the senior Buchers a rest. Crosby-Ironton against Pine River-Backus' half-court defense. Not going to go full court. PRB man-to-man defense now. They've mixed it up between zone and man. Here's a high ball screen for Skull. Working around it. Hashi, wide open lane. Goes up. Nobody is fouled. After the screen, he got around Tate Norman. The foul is going to go against Mongan. That's going to be his second. And going to the free throw line is Nathan Hashi. Hashi, 6-foot senior, looking for his first points tonight.
For the couple of guys that don't have fouls, now would be the time to get in there and contest these Crosby-Ironton shooters.
Nathan is a junior last year, 2.6 points per contest. He hits the first free throw. Pine River-Backus just 4 points this half, 10:46 on the clock. Hashi 2 for 2, 45-29 in favor of the CI Rangers. Vilno, right side on the wing. Free throw line, Mongan zips it over Ollie. Ollie from way downtown, back iron, no. Long rebound, and Mongan and Ringhand battle for it. Ringhand jumping out of bounds, saves it to Jordan Mount. Up ahead to Ringhand. Thought about the three, drops to Stockman. Cutting down the left lane. Stockman now backing into Ollie. Now a double team comes, and here comes Vilno. I think we're going to have a jump ball, and we will. Vilno did a nice job coming in and tying up Stockman. Jump ball awarded to CI.
Stockman not fast enough to get the shot off, and will jump ball for it.
Subs coming in for Pine River-Backus as Burns will come in for Mongan.
You think we'll see some depth on that bench there this evening?
CI is going to inbound. Baseline left. They lob it up. Stockman just with the alley-oop tip. His shot just off the back iron, and Jackson Skull tried to save it, unable to corral it and secure it. It's out of bounds to Pine River-Backus. A lot of time left in this one, but PRB has got to find the offense they had early on, and CI's defense just flat out hasn't allowed it since they got out of the zone D. Vilno thought about a three. Drives to the free throw line, kicks it out. Sjogren with a pump fake. Hands off to Norman in the right side corner. PRB working to our left here in half number 2. Here's a pass zip down to Sjogren. Sjogren back out to Vilno. Again, thought about the three. Pumps and drives. Norman, quick trigger three. Shot clock at 9. Airballed. Ethan Burns collects it, but the shot clock at 5. Burns looking inside to Vilno. Vilno with the up and under. That one just a bit off the touch, and CI rebounds it.
We saw the 1 on the shot clock for like the first time.
Here's a drive, here's a shot, and a blocking foul going to be called on Norman. Jordan Mount with the drive and the finish. Norman thought he had the charge. PRB fans thought he had the charge. I didn't quite see that he was in the restricted area, but the official told him something right away. Not sure if he felt that he leaned in or what the deal was. Either way, the call goes against Norman. The bucket was good. I think they're talking about the bucket was good. Yes, the bucket was awarded to Jordan Mount. He has 4 points, and now he goes to the free throw line as PRB is going to send in 5 guys. Buchers, Nelson, and Mongan all return. Ethan Burns will... And hold on, the Tigers have 6 guys on the floor. Okay, now Mongan will come out.
At
And
least
in
I
for
got,
the first time is sophomore Cole Oberfell.
at least I got a spark in the crowd. That got some reaction from the crowd, so I like that.
Jordan Mount, free throw, no. Henson, who just returned for the Rangers, gets the offensive rebound and the putback. 6 points off the bench for Jeremy Henson, and the lead has blown up to 20 for the CI Rangers. Buchers, and now Stockman. Buchers tried to spin around, but Stockman had both hands on him, and that's one of those that no matter how you view it, if a ref sees 2 hands on a player, it's going to be a foul.
Every time. And, you know, right in front of the ref right there, too, at that spot.
Stockman picks up his second, team foul number 3 on the Rangers. Pine River-Backus with 6 here in the second half. Inbounds to Oberfell. Oberfell looking to hand it off to Buchers, denied beautifully by Stockman. Now here's Burns, back to Buchers. Lost the handle on his way down the left side of the lane, tried to get there without a dribble and put it too hard off the left side of the window. Here comes CI. It's Jordan Mount. Stockman, Ringhand, Hashi, Henson, the 5 on the floor for the Rangers. 8:50 to go. CRMC scoreboard 51-29 after Stockman hits the turnaround.
Stockman has just been successful down there on both sides of the court. It's nice.
Tremendously athletic. CI showing a lot of speed on the floor with that defense. Buchers in the lane, looking to kick it out. Nothing's there. Hands it off. Quick shot by Burns, and he hits. First bucket tonight. Make that second bucket tonight for Ethan Burns. 51-31. It was a 6-point game at the half, but CI ended the first half with a big run that they have just kept the train rolling here in the second half. Here's Henson with a pull-up. That one well short of the mark. Stockman, rebound, put back, reverse side is good. Stockman with 13. Under 8 to play on the CRMC scoreboard. 53-31 Rangers. Here's a jump pass to Nelson. Inside to Burns. Burns, a little bump from Ringhand. Fadeaway falls well short. Henson rebounds. CI back the other way. Hashi crosses into the front court. Back to Stockman. Noah Larson with 4 personal fouls. Getting ready to check back in for CI as Mount collides with Henson. Henson back to the near side to Hashi. Hashi pull step back. Doesn't pull the trigger on the 3. They work it around to the far side to Mount. 7:23 to go, shot clock at 10. 3 ball near side, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound against Nathan Hashi as he got into the backside of Isaiah Ollie. Hashi with his second. Larson will come in for the Rangers. He will replace Ringend. Again, Pine River-Backus started this matchup with a 9-0 run. Led for a good chunk of the first half. Rangers got out of the zone, went man-to-man, and they have stifled the offense for PRB since. Here's a drive by Oberfell, kicks out to Buchers. Buchers a dribble, steps into a 10-footer, left it long. Mason Nelson, offensive rebound and the putback. 7 points off the bench for the sophomore center, Mason Nelson. 53-33 as we go under 7 to play. Here's Stockman, drives, left side, left hand, and he's got it. Stockman with a nice answer on the other side. Coach Jordan Ackerman gonna go wholesale hockey line change. 5 in, 5 out at the next break. Here's Buchers, he's gonna pull up for 3, front rim, no. Nathan Hashi, good block out. Rangers come a running, near side, he flips it back to Stockman, right side on the wing. Stockman drives, goes around Ollie and scores. Ollie tried to draw the charge. That was tremendous body control by James Stockman.
Stockman doing well. He's very court conscious. He understands what he's doing. I mean, you couldn't ask much more from an athlete.
Timeout, Pine River-Backus on the CRMC scoreboard. 6:20 to go, second half. It's the CI Rangers up big, 57-33 here on Skeeter 101.5 and yourliveevent.com.
At 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise, including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Pine River-Backus wholesale line changes. They have Vilno, Norman, Mungan, and Sjogren ball back in, and for the first time we see sophomore center Eli Vanderark. Eli's helped us out on yourliveevent.com a few times as our camera guy, and now Sjogren tried to kick out a pass on the near side, and Noah Larson got a foot on it. So on the kick, shot clock remains at 22. Since it was over 20 seconds, Sjogren will inbound. Pine River-Backus 2 timeouts remaining. A 6-point game at the half, but CI has completely controlled the second half, allowing just 8 points for Pine River-Backus. And now Jordan Mount tipped the ball on the far side, saved it off of Sjogren into the backcourt. PRB with the shot clock at 9 just crosses back into the front court. Sjogren trying to drive, and he's going to get bailed out on a foul on a blocking call called against Jeremy Henson. That'll be team foul number 5 on CI. And the shot clock will have to reset to 20. 5:47 to go. Nevis won the girls matchup 65-41 tonight. Inbounds goes into the backcourt to Vilno. He'll cross over, and there's a pass tipped and stolen. Jordan Mount. Mount with the steal, and he'll finish it on the other end. Mount with 6. 59-33. Pine River-Backus 9 turnovers in the second half compared to 2 for the Rangers. Now here's a drive, and Sjogren. Well, the hand went up instead of the foul. Oh, that's why I was looking at the wrong official. One official was going to call a block. One was going to call the travel. The foul is going to be called first, and that'll be number 3 on Henson. Team foul number 6. Both teams have 6 team fouls, so bonus next. And, oh, now they're going to say that was on the shot. So not on the drive. The official's going to say it was on the shot. So 2 shots coming for Jonathan Sjogren. The sophomore has not scored yet.
Pine River-Backus really needs to drop these 2. Get some sort of spark and life going in for them.
First one on the way, back iron, no. PRB 5 of 11 in the first half from the charity stripe. This was their first attempt here in half number 2. Getting ready, second one on the way, and that one off the back iron as well. Henson had the rebound, and he's going to get bumped and fouled, and Henson, I think he came down on Vanderark, and Henson is holding his right ankle as they called the foul on Pine River-Backus. He's trying to wave off the coaches, but he's got a good limp to him going to the other end. I wonder if Coach Galovich is going to come and talk to Henson. He would be the Ranger at the free throw line. Now, if Coach Galovich replaces him, the replacement will shoot the free throws. It is a 1-and-1, and Henson has a very noticeable limp heading to the free throw line. He wants a chance to put the free throws down. And one of the officials, he's going to give Henson, I like that move, he's going to give him a couple extra seconds, take another couple of steps. They do have Jackson Skull ready to check in. Henson's first free throw is off the mark. Larson with the offensive rebound, though. Rangers keep it up 59-33, and now Coach Galovich is going to take a quick timeout here, and probably just to get Henson on the bench. 5:21 to go on the CRMC scoreboard. Rangers 59, Tigers 33. This is Boys Hoops on yourliveevent.com and Skeeter 101.5.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Devin Kruger, Matt Thurston back with you as they're going to get some ice for Jeremy Henson's ankle. Jackson Skull returns. 5:21 to go. Crosby-Ironton led 31-25, ending the first half on a 16-0 run, or 16-2 run, and they have dominated this second half, 28-8. Here's Jackson Skull trying to drive inside. It's tipped away, and Vander Ark collects the steal. Only the third turnover this half on Crosby-Ironton. Tate Norman on the right side. They swing it around. Vander Ark's pass tipped away. Boy, Noah Larson. Again, he is in a very positive meaning. He is a pest on the defensive side.
That is true. Crosby-Ironton really is playing well here in this second half. I mean, they're not forcing anything, and they're not, unfortunately for Pine River-Backus, there's no loose balls to pick up.
Here's a pass, and trying to find a cutter. Vander Ark has a pass tipped away and stolen, and sure enough, like on cue, it's Noah Larson, his fourth steal. Jordan Mount driving baseline with the floater. This one somehow finds its way out, and Vander Ark rebounds for the Tigers. 4:32 to go in this one. Crosby-Ironton leading 59-33. Pine River-Backus trying to find some type of a spark on offense. They go inside to Norman. Norman with the little baby hook. This one rolls off the back iron, rebounded by CI.
And those are the ones that hurt most because you're just right next to the hoop and it won't fall.
Jordan Mount tried to get a ball down inside the Skull, kicked by Norman. A good one in Pequot Lakes tonight that Emmett had on Cash 95.9. Pequot Lakes defeated Pillager tonight 68-63. Duluth Marshall up on Aiken 38-24 at the half. 4:05 to go, and there is a pass tipped away, collected by the Rangers. Jordan Mount driving over to Larson. 15-footer baseline, airmailed it over everything. Skull got the rebound, got blocked by Sjogren, got it back, hook shot off the mark short, and it's rebounded by Tate Norman. 59-33, Crosby-Ironton in front, looking like they're on the way to a 1-0 start to the year. Vander Ark, left side. Boy, Larson just about read that one. Into the corner to Sjogren. Sjogren around the screen, puts the runner up over Skull. That one just off the back iron. Boy, it looked like it had the touch. But CI rebounds, and here they come again. Larson with a pull-up from 8, and he rattles it in. Larson with 5 this half. He has 7. Another full line change coming for Pine River-Backus at the next whistle. 3:15 to go. Vander Ark. Pass fake goes left side. Vilno dropping it into Norman. Norman with 7 tonight goes up. He is hammered, and he'll go to the line. If it's Larson, it's 5. If it's Hashi, it's his 3rd. Larson's trying to, he's actually said it was him, and he was right. Noah Larson will foul out with 3:04 to go. He'll foul out with 7 points, 4 steals, and an assist. Rangers will bring in for the first time Jack Kavatovich. Kavatovich is a sophomore.
Sad to see Larson go, but he did contribute a lot to this game for his team. So
they're going to let the players come in. Bukers, Oberfell, Ollie all return for Pine River-Backus, and for the first time we see sophomore guard Reese Trumbull check in. I think that was Reese Trumbull. At the line for 2 is Tate Norman. First one around and out. Mason Nelson will check in for Norman if he connects on the second free throw. 61-33, Rangers in front. They head to Chisholm on Friday. Pine River-Backus will travel to Long Prairie Grey Eagle on a Monday as Norman connects on the second free throw. 8 points for the junior Tate Norman. 61-34, Crosby-Ironton in front. Kavatovich on the right side. Pine River-Backus has gone back to the zone defense, the 2-3 matchup. Jackson Skull kicks it to Hashi in the corner. Good closeout by Oberfell. They kick it up top to Mount. Shot clock at 17. Coach Galovich going to go deeper into the bench now with 2:40 to go and a big lead. Here's a drive by Millsop. Kicks it out to Kavatovich. Kavatovich in the high post area. Zips it out to the wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Hashi with a pump fake. Hashi with a dribble. Puts up the 3. Airballed it. And we have our first shot clock violation of the evening as the Rangers will bring in Kean Wessner, a 5'7 guard. Eldon McLean, a 5'10 sophomore forward. And Julian Lang, a 5'8 sophomore guard. Skull will remain out on the floor for the Rangers, along with Kavatovich, who had just gotten out there. Rangers back to the man-to-man, or staying with the man-to-man, even with the new crew. Ollie looking for Oberfell down underneath, threw it away.
I think that's what I'm going to call my smart money play here as Crosby-Ironton gets here under 2 minutes. They're just going to kill and go deeper in that bench and in that shot clock.
Down to 2 minutes. Rangers closing in on their 16th straight victory over Pine River-Backus. Here is a pass forced inside and tipped and taken away by Mason Nelson. Post-game recap, numbers, and the awards all coming up following this one as Andrew Buchers to Ollie puts up the quick 3, back iron no, and the rebound tapped. Skull just tiptoeing the baseline, does a nice job to haul it in for Crosby-Ironton.
Good balance for a big man.
On the near side, pass a little bit mishandled there down on the right side by McLean, up to Wessner, back to Kavatovich. Quick 3, right side, and he hits Jack Kavatovich.
And that'll put him up by 30.
64-34, final couple guys ready to check in, or 2 of the final guys for Pine River-Backus. Pretty competitive first half until CI went man-to-man defense, and they shut down the Tigers' offense completely. They have outscored the Tigers 33-9 here in the second half as we go under a minute to play, and then with 10 on the shot clock, here's a steal by Kavatovich. Rangers will have to take a shot. Here's a quick trigger, right side. That 3 off the front of the iron by Wessner. And we're going to have a foul on the rebound called against Jackson Skull. And with 42 seconds to go, we'll go to the other side for free throws. Buchers and Ollie will come out. Their nights are done.
Be about a 7-second difference between shot clock and game clock.
Cole Oberfell at the line. It's a 1-1. In for the PRB Tigers. Junior wing Dalton Minion checked in. And junior guard Waylon Peterson on to the court as well. First free throw for Oberfell. Back iron no, and we're going to get a foul on the rebound, and we'll go to the other end and shoot a free throw. At least one.
Just cutting out the middleman of transitions.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Pine River-Backus started this game on a 9-0 run. Crosby-Ironton did not even score until 4 minutes were off the clock in the first half. And CI is going to be just going to win going away as the first free throw is good by McLean. Second one, front iron no. Rebound is tapped out. Good hustle out there by Lang, saving it for Crosby-Ironton. CI gets the second chance. 34 seconds to go into the corner to Kavatovich. Kavatovich being watched by Nelson, gets the pick by Skull. Skull, the spin on the block, and he finishes. Jackson Skull with 8. 67-34, final 20 seconds here. Pine River-Backus will fall to 0-2. Crosby-Ironton will go to 1-0, winning their opener and their 16th straight win against Pine River-Backus as PRB will throw it away. Peterson trying to zip it to the near side to Minion. 9 seconds remaining as the Rangers will just tap it in as they give it over to Lang. A little pitch and catch for Kavatovich. Rangers not looking to score at all. Lang is going to hold. He'll come and get bothered. Final 2 seconds. There's the buzzer. This one is officially over. Final score on the CRMC dedicated to you scoreboard. Crosby-Ironton 67, Pine River-Backus 34 as the Rangers put together a dominating second half to pull away for the win. Coverage also brought to you tonight by Plumbing Etc. in Pine River and Trustworthy Components in Pine River as the post-game recap starts next here on Skeeter 101.5 and yourliveevent.com.
Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise, including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
This year, Schrupp Excavating is celebrating 40 years of digging it right. With this milestone year, Schrupp Excavating wants to thank all of their past, current, and future employees and customers. They appreciate all you've done to help Schrupp Excavating become one of the most trusted companies in the Lakes area. For any excavation project, Schrupp Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Schrupp Excavating LLC, online at shruppexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show, presented by...
We welcome you back to the matchup, and of course, with the new setup with the camera, you can see in the corner view. That's where we've got our Pine River Family Market star of the game. Crosby-Ironton gets the win, 67-34, but Pine River Family Market does our star of the game. Don't forget their outdoor seafood sale, one day only, this Friday Starting at 10 o'clock, only at Pine River Family Market. Tonight's star of the game for the Tigers, sophomore center Mason Nelson, 7 points off the bench. Well, first of all, well done and congratulations on the award.
Well, thank you very much.
As a sophomore, obviously it's early in the season. You're coming in and now you have a much bigger role with this Pine River-Backus basketball team. What have you been working on? How did you approach this season to be able to contribute to the team?
Well, I think just trying to fill Struce's shoes from the big imprint he left last year, becoming a better post player, and Jordan does a great job teaching us with getting that stuff.
What are some of the biggest things that you learned from Ryan that you are trying to improve on it and bring to the table?
Well, I noticed, like, watching film, he would shoot a lot of top-of-key mid-rangers and stuff like that, and I'm not a great mid-range shooter, so I tried working on that more and just being a better overall post.
You showed us some long range tonight. You like that corner spot?
Yeah, I do.
A game like today, it can get frustrating when the offense gets kind of stifled. What were some things that you guys were talking about, just trying to find the spark that you had early in the game?
Well, I think Drew and Tate really helped us out, keeping us mentally there, keeping us motivated and everything like that. You just got to stay positive and everything.
You know, there may not be a whole lot of teams this year. I guess I don't know that saying this right now that can kind of match the size. I mean, obviously with your post presence, that can be a factor, but Crosby-Ironton has a couple of guys that are kind of big as well. What was it like down there tonight battling with the Rangers?
I think it was pretty good. I think we were pretty evenly matched. I just think we need more practice time and time to get ready.
Well, it was a nice show tonight. You did a great job coming off the bench to provide some cool points, and obviously the time. I know you hope to see that build through the season. Mason, congratulations on a tough-fought game.
Well, thank you very much.
Mason Nelson is our Pine River Family Market star of the game. We'll have him exit. He's got a gift card for Pine River Family Market. We'll bring in Jordan Ackerman, the head coach for the PRB Tigers, as we'll give him that mic. And just say, this is the fun part about the videos. Everybody gets to see me do this, but this is how media works. So here we go.
You're making it work.
I try to make it work. Jordan, obviously, the start was very impressive, and you got some really nice shots early on. Obviously, as the game went on, the CI defense just really put the clamps down. What did you see? How did it look from the coach's viewpoint?
It looked kind of like what I expected. I expected us to kind of struggle with some things later on in the game. Not to say that I didn't believe in our guys, but I know that they're well coached. They know their system. They know how they're going to defend, and we're just not quite there yet with our legs, our cardiovascular. Our offensive systems, we're just not where we need to be yet, and I kind of expect that too. We just haven't had enough time to work on all of our zone offense and transitioning from being pressed into our offense, and a lot of the things that Crosby does really well, super disciplined, and they were definitely the better team today.
When they flipped to the man-to-man, you could see that it was all about ball pressure, and that caused a lot of problems. When you have the guys that you have, Jordan, coming into the new roles, what's the maybe biggest thing that stands out to you right after the game of, hey, we're going to need to work on this because a lot of other teams are going to see that, and now they're going to try to duplicate it?
Yeah, just like you said, understanding the role, and players are needing to buy into that too. Like, it's going to take a while to figure out how we're going to score the ball. 34 points isn't enough. So understanding who are our scorers, how can we get them open, that's on me too. Of kind of making adjustments, figuring out what offense works or what actions work to score, because obviously 34 points isn't going to win you many basketball games. So,
on the defensive end, I thought your guys did a nice job of switching some things out. I saw you play a couple of different zones tonight. One thing that is always fun to see, no matter what the score says, is how hard guys work, and your guys certainly showed that tonight. What are some things that did stand out to you on the positive side for the Tigers?
I appreciate that comment, especially after the game too, because I think there's 100 things effort-wise and that we can improve on. So appreciate that. Kind of keeps it in perspective. But, like I said, I thought we lost our legs and just kind of lost our composure. We were tired, making mistakes, turnovers. I think due to fatigue, which we can fix that. But some other positives, back to your question. Positives, I liked our first half. Right out of the gates, we came out swinging. Kind of showed what we're capable of. Offensively, when we move the ball, share the ball, and rotate on defense too. So those are two good things too. And a lot of players contributed. Like some of them, that was their first varsity minutes. Put in that situation down 30, it's not easy to come in and play. So, a lot of good things came out of it.
Matt, you got anything?
Yeah, Coach, you say, you can only talk to your boys and coach them so well, but you can only scream so much from the thing. Who are the boys that you are looking to step up on the court and be that voice?
Our leaders are Tate Norman and Andrew Buchers, and they know that their role is to lead and kind of hopefully take the bulk of the scoring load, the bulk of the shots. And I got to do a better job of making sure that we get them open and stuff like that. But they're kind of our leaders, our go guys, and like Isaiah Ollie, Talon Villanelle, Mason Nelson has shown some sparks. They can all score the ball in different ways. They're just kind of still learning their games and how we can best fit everybody together, because there's a lot of puzzle pieces, as you see, and just kind of piecing that together early in the season.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, you got a few days. Obviously, tough matchup tonight against the CI Rangers, but back at it, of course, there's a long season ahead. We'll look forward to watching the team grow.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for doing everything you do for PRB Sports.
You are very welcome, Jordan Ackerman, and congratulations on a hard-fought game. We'll talk to you again soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Jordan Ackerman, head coach for the Pine River-Backus Tigers. The final score again, Crosby-Ironton gets the win 67-37. More of the post-game recap coming right up here on Skeeter 101.5 and on yourliveevent.com.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the yourliveevent.com Coaches Show, presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on yourliveevent.com.
Hi, we're Jim and Bernie Berkemeyer, and we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us on an Alaska and Glacier Bay cruise July 23rd to August 4th. We'll discover the cities of Anchorage and Fairbanks and enjoy a guided tour in Denali National Park. We'll also relax on a wonderful 4-night cruise, including Glacier Bay National Park. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ, for more information and to watch a travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big.
The Rangers open it up in the second half. It was 31-25 at halftime. Again, the Rangers were down 23-15. Ended the first half on a 16-2 run, and then in the second half, they outscored the Tigers 36-9. A truly impressive defensive effort for the CI Rangers. We're not sure if the Rangers have left already. We're going to see if they haven't, obviously, to try to talk to Coach Galovich and a couple of their players. Let's go through the numbers for this one. Turnovers, Pine River-Backus 13 in each half, 26 total. Crosby-Ironton with 14 turnovers for the game. Not bad for game number one, especially after 9 in the first half, only 5 turnovers in the second half for the Rangers. One thing else that the Rangers cleaned up from early on, Pine River-Backus was getting some second chances. They were getting some offensive rebounds. Rangers cleaned that up a little bit, and it ended up fairly even. Overall, 38-34 in favor of the Rangers, 16-12 on the offensive glass for CI here on KFGI Crosby Skeeter 101.5. From the free throw line, Pine River-Backus struggled. They were 5 of 11 in the first half. They were just 1 for 5 in the second half. 6 of 16 from the charity stripe for the Pine River-Backus Tigers. By contrast, for Crosby-Ironton, not a ton of free throws in this one. In fact, for CI, they had just 4 free throws in the first half. They attempted 7 in the second half, and they connected on 4 of them. So 7 of 11 in the game for CI. Individually, for the Pine River-Backus Tigers, Andrew Buchers, he led the way with 11, 8 points, 3 steals for Tate Norman. Again, 7 off the bench for our star of the game, Mason Nelson. 4 points for Ethan Burns and 4 points for Isaiah Ollie. So 5 scores for the PRB Tigers as they end up, 34 points, 67-34, our final today on the CRMC scoreboard. For the CI Rangers, James Stockman had the first 7 for the Rangers, then didn't score the rest of the first half. Came alive again in the second half with 10 more. He finished with 17. That was the game high. He also had 3 assists and 2 steals. 13 points off the bench for Joe Ringhand. He ended up starting the second half. He hit 3 from beyond the arc. He also finished with 3 steals and 2 assists. 8 points for Jackson Skull, 7 points, 4 steals for Noah Larson, 6 points, 4 steals, 3 assists for Jordan Mount, 6 points for Jeremy Henson off the bench. Looking like the Rangers might have some pretty nice depth on their team this year. 4 points for Ethan Millsop, 3 points for Jack Kavanovich. He hit a triple late in the second half. 2 points for Nathan Hashy and 1 point for Eldon McLean for the CI Rangers. They get the win on the CRMC scoreboard, 67-34. Again, second half, 36-9 in favor of the Rangers. We'll break. If we have some Rangers to talk to, we certainly will. If not, we will name our other 2 post-game award winners, and we'll wrap up the broadcast here on this Tuesday night after a doubleheader. Nevis won the girls' game 65-41. Crosby-Ironton wins the boys' game 67-34. Unfortunately for the PRB fans, they go home 0-2. We'll be back with more after this on Skeeter 101.5 and on yourliveevent.com.
The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.
Today and tomorrow. Learn more at enbridge.com.
And we are back. Devin Kruger, Matt Thurston here with you. Crosby-Ironton gets the victory 67-34. As we looked at the numbers and everything, we got our post-game awards. Let's start with the big deal of the game, which is brought to you by, of course, a host of area businesses, including Atwater Chevrolet GMC in Aiken, Riverwood Healthcare Centers, by the Pizza Ranch in Baxter and Little Falls, W.W. Thompson Concrete Products in Brainerd. It's Donlinger Automotive in Brainerd, Matson Lumber in Nisswa, BigDealConsignments.com, Kenya Regional Medical Center, Shannon's Auto Body in Brainerd, and Tykes Carpet Castle in Brainerd, and Matson Lumber in Nisswa. Tonight's big deal, Matt, going to go with James Stockman. Again, for CI, it's just one of those quirky things that I just like, their roster. 6 seniors, 6 sophomores. The seniors obviously going to be leading the way. Stockman, one of them. And even though he was held to just 7 in the first half, he started fast. He is one of those guys. His motor never stops. In the second half, he was rewarded with 10 more points. He had a really strong game for both ends of the floor. Hey, let's turn your mic on. Let's do that. There we go.
That first half, 7 points for a while. That was the only points that they had. And then, like you said, he came along in the second half and really stepped up. And so, he got it, he earned it, and he deserves it.
So he's the big deal of the game. And then we have our Enbridge, I Bring the Energy player of the game. And it's not that we debated it, but it was one of those that sometimes when you foul out of a game, not that it negates you from earning an award, but you maybe look elsewhere. But this is a guy, and I remember him getting time. I think it was either his freshman or sophomore year, and it might have even been his freshman year, where I'm just like, oh my gosh, this kid is he is a lightning bug. And I mean, he zips all over the place, which is funny because lightning bugs really aren't that fast. But he's all over the place. He's such a spark for the CI Rangers. And Noah Larson, he's been that guy for years, and now his senior year, he's not going to change, but he is a very feisty guy on the floor.
Absolutely, and those bench points we talked about in the pregame, bench points were going to be important, and his points and fouls were important all night.
Well, he did end up fouling out, but we had him for 4 steals. We had him for 7 points. He is a guy that he's the type of guy that when you are facing the CI Rangers, you're thinking, I do not want to put up with this guy because he is going to bother you every inch of the court. But that's what makes him such an important player for the Rangers and what they're going to be able to accomplish this year.
Yeah, if he breaks up to the starting line, they're going to start double teaming him. That's going to leave somebody else open, and so and then you're going to get burned on that. Then you're going to leave him alone. Then you're going to get burned by him making points or fouls. So it's a good problem to have for Crosby-Ironton. So
Noah Larson, the Enbridge, I bring the energy player of the game. Crosby-Ironton pulls away in the second half. They win at 67-34, and that, my friends, is going to do it. Matt, thank you for joining me. Of course, pleasure having you for our double dip tonight here in Pine River.
Pleasure being here. I always like calling games, and you always get us the best seats, so thank you, Devin.
Yeah, we love it. Thanks, of course, to all of our sponsors for helping us bring you tonight's Rangers and Tigers coverage. Final scores that we do have, Pequot Lakes defeated Pillager tonight 68-63, a really close one there in Pequot Lakes in an early season battle. Earlier tonight, it was Nevis getting the win over the Pine River-Backus Tigers in girls hoops 65-41. The final here on the CRMC scoreboard, Crosby-Ironton 67, Pine River-Backus 34. And we had one wrestling score reported as well. Aiken got the win over Hibbing on yourliveevent.com at 51-21. That'll do it for us. Have yourself a great night from all of us at R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, yourliveevent.com, and Skeeter 101.5. I'm Devin Kruger. Let's do this again.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administration.